A Beyond the News impromptu episode. And in a couple of minutes from now, I'm going to be joined by one of my favorite co hosts who cannot be mentioned here on YouTube. I am triple casting right now on YouTube, Rumble, and Twitter. I'm going to start the show by sharing some of the information that our audience members have been flooding our comment sections or emails here in the last 24 hours, resulting in my guest and I doing this special show here today. So I'm going to lay down some track a little bit, share what you guys have been sharing us, and also build up the questions that the audience members have for us here today. So thank you for joining us. It is Saturday, August 30th at 12 p.m. Currently here Eastern time. Let me know where you guys are watching from in the live chat, and let's begin. So first and foremost. Um, we've had some reports of this now for the last I'd say 3 months. And you have to remember that we've seen this type of strategy be used before, namely with the Queen, where for months and months and months we were kind of being hinted at, oh, something's wrong here. She missed an appointment there. She's a little bit sick on this weekend here, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually we were treated to the news of her passing, which obviously occurred before the time of the announcement. So is this what we're looking at today? Don't know. It seems like a big movie, so don't freak out too much with the title. This is the number one search, of course, now on Twitter today. It's trending, and we're going to be trying to decode this from a couple of angles from you guys. So, big thank you to the IAP members and to the Tarot by Janine community also for bringing this up here in the last 24 hours and bringing some of your points of views in terms of what possibly is actually happening behind the scenes. So I've put all of those together here for Janine, and we're going to be asking her a series of quick draw questions here to try to unpack all of this here for you today. So let me start by some of the items that we're seeing in the mainstream news and also on social media. So Shadow of Ezra is pointing to it too. Where's Trump, right? So in the last couple of days, he hasn't been seen, although apparently now just today he's been seen on the golf course. We'll get to that in just a moment. But if you see the pictures and the videos of the golf course Trump today, it's questionable whether which replacement Mr. Trump that could be. So we'll get into that in just a moment. But Shadow of Azor was reporting on this too. The General President Trump reportedly hasn't been seen in days, with no public appearances scheduled for this weekend. This was earlier this morning. But now, of course, we're being announced that he's playing golf here today. So we'll get to that here in just a moment as well. Now, what was interesting, just a couple of days ago, 107 was also indicating that perhaps there was an issue with President Trump's help. And Nino was asking some questions there leading into this weekend. So I thought that was interesting. Let me replay this clip here. Just at the end of the clip, you'll understand where I'm going with this. And then we can ask my guest later on if this was predictive programming or if this is all part of the play here somehow. So let me play the beginning of this clip here, and we'll continue on the slide deck in just a moment.
Can I look at every report, slice and dice it, and then they play games with us. We play games with them, even involving Vance in some of those games. You have to kind of only believe about half of what you hear. And that's the way it is.
But I mean,
because it's just what it is.
Everyone's saying that Vance is a Peter Thiel creation. He'll be the first tech president. They're getting him ready to be president. Are we going to see J.D. Vance as president after Trump, or could it be sooner if something is wrong with Trump's health?
Okay, so they're alluding there to Trump's health. It's not the first time on this episode that they've talked about that. We'll get back to that a little bit later with my special guest, but let's keep moving on now. So some of the mainstream news, Trump is dead. That was the title here on News 18. The top trend on social media, of course, is also a Simpsons connection. We'll get to that in just a moment. And just now, a couple of minutes ago, Trump quashes crazy death rumors after being spotted playing golf. Again, we're going to decode which version of Trump that was here in just a moment and see what's really going on behind the scene. Now, New York Times, what's really going on with Trump's hand bruises? This from a couple of days ago. A lot of people reporting that. There was that famous handshake there that people zoomed in on. And of course, a couple of weeks ago, he had troubles with his legs also. So there seems to there seem to be hinting here that something could be amiss. And again, we're going to try to figure out if this is part of the plan or not. Now, this young gentleman, Project Constitution. Let me play this video. He sums it up well enough here just to share this with the audience members. Again, just lay down some tracks for people who might not have seen everything that's leading up to this weekend's kerfuffle here. So let's play that video.
All right, we have some major breaking news. Twitter is blowing up after a group of Washington reporters realized that Donald Trump has not been seen by anybody since Tuesday, and there are no publicly planned events for the next few days as well. This is highly unique for the president, who is addicted to cameras. Instead, we've seen Stephen Miller, Caroline Leavitt, J.D. Vance making Fox News appearances, but again, no Donald Trump. I do want to remind you that for the past few weeks, there's been a lot of makeup on Trump's left hand and over his arm due to the purple spots that he has. Now, that in and of itself isn't that irregular. I have family members who have the same thing, but that combined with what Trump says, it then becomes pretty weird. This reads, whispers are traveling through the Washington press pool that Donald Trump has not been seen since Tuesday and has zero publicly planned events through the weekend. This clip that I'm about to play is apparently one of the last times Trump was seen by the press. And I'll play this clip in just one moment. But Laura Rosen broke this by saying, Trump has no public events scheduled all weekend. Don't believe he was seen today either. And then someone points out, or yesterday, and she says, a White House pool reporter says the pool did not see the president today. Quote, we have a travel/photo lid as of 5:17 p.m. The pool did not physically see the president today. And Trump's apparent absence is sparking concerns. One person said, Donald Trump has not been seen in over 24 hours and has no public appearances scheduled for the next 2 days. What is going on? Another remarked, Trump has no public events scheduled all weekend. Don't believe he was seen today either. Now, this brings me on to the clip.
Agrees with it. I don't know if we're ready for it in this country, but where you have it, it is, we have no choice. So in D.C. and Washington, states are going to have to make their own decision. But if somebody kills somebody, like you could have been killed, very lucky you didn't get killed.
We'll move on from the rest of that clip here, but again, setting the stage that the reporters are having concern in the last couple of days. And you have to understand too, like Trump, since he's took office, apparently never sleeps. He's been working 24/7. He's at events all day long. He's traveling from one place to another, one side of the country to another every day. And it's kind of odd to see this weird disappearance. I would tend to agree with that. Now, whether he's dead or not is two different questions. We'll get to that in just a moment. Hold on, guys. We're almost there. A couple more things to put on the slide deck for you guys. So some of the pictures here of his hands the other day. Presumably, he had an intravenous a procedure done. Who knows? Maybe he hurt his hand in a different way. I don't know. It hasn't been reported yet. But this was the episode on Simpsons. And again, if you guys have been watching the show for a while, Simpsons, they've reported a lot of stuff before it happened many times, to the point to where we're thinking, hey, is AI helping them? Is this a whole scripted play? And the Simpsons have a certain role to play in breaking this down in real time for us. Don't know, but it's there and we cannot not look at it. So people are saying, yeah, don't forget he's 80, or he's an old guy for sure. But nonetheless, they've been, whether that's through doubles or other technologies, they've been showing us Trump at work almost 24/7 here since he took office. So it is kind of odd that the reporters now are suggesting that he hasn't been seen for the last couple of days. So that's it for this part of the report. I'll get to some other concerns here and whether or not we're going dark to perhaps start a policing action or a war theater here in just a moment. I'll get to that with my other guest. So please, guys, if you're joining us on YouTube now, come over to the Rumble feed or the X feed here for the No Holds Barred conversation. So I'll remove the YouTube feed now. Yes, and yes. There you go. And let's double check. That seems good. Okay. So with me today on this live impromptu show, thank you so much, Janine, for taking your time here today. I know you're getting ready to go for a shower today. I think a baby shower. You're going
baby shower. Yep.
Baby shower. Yeah. So, Janine, thank you again for being on. This crazy news here in the last couple of days. You and I have been debating on this all morning on whether or not we should even do this episode. But the emails were mounting, the questions were mounting, the comments on our boards were mounting. So we figured we might as well at least put it down on the track here and try to decode this and let people breathe a little bit here throughout the weekend and maybe not react too much to what's happening. Clearly, just looking at these clips, yes, there's evidence to suggest that they're playing at least an exit strategy. You actually pulled on this last month when we looked at his legs, that they were putting it out there in a strategy that his health might be in trouble in case they wanted to use that in the future for whatever reason. People can go back a month ago and listen to that episode. So this is similarly a continuation of all that, and or there might be something else completely different at play here that we still yet do not know. So what's your first gut feeling as you're watching this today and you're reading all the comments and the questions on your live chat on Tarot by Janine? Where do you think this is going? Why is this happening here just now in the last 24 hours, Janine?
Seems like a setup. Seems like they're setting us up to prepare us for something else. Like all eyes on because some big news breaking or some big direction we're going to go in. And that could include everyone believing he's passed or ill or something. That there could be that, but it feels to me like theater.
Feels
Just
like
my gut.
theater.
Yeah.
I'm the same, to the point where I was reluctant even doing the show and reporting on the title, which is the #1 search in Twitter trending. So I thought, okay, let's just get this done and see where we go from here. What was interesting, I saw some comments also about perhaps the states going dark somehow because Trump is about to launch a military action or strike on Venezuela. That's interesting as well. And there's another report also about us going into maybe these 3 days of darkness, or maybe having martial law being set up here very, very soon. Maybe this is leading up to that somehow. And of course, a lot of people are saying, yeah, not death, but he's gone into stealth mode. There might be some action here being played out. So let's break it down, Janine. We only have about half an hour for the show here today total. You and I have some other stuff to do, but let's get it out of the way right away. Is the brand of President Trump and whoever is playing it right now, is that over? And are they scrambling behind the scenes here to kind of reorganize and put new people in place? What's going on with Trump's brand right now? Let's get that big one first, and then we'll see some of the strategies that are being played in the background.
That's a temporary card. So there's temporary setbacks right away, no major arcana. So it doesn't feel like it's a loss of them. We got the Queen of Swords there, which is about boundaries, directness, and making a direct action interesting. We'll talk about that in a minute here. Right in the middle, we've got, this is part of the war effort, I feel like. So we're in a war. A lot of people don't realize we're in a war, but this community certainly does. And somehow this is all being played out because of the war. Excuse my voice. And see that 6 of Pentacles? That's things will work out better than you expect. So because of this, it's setting us up for something. So it feels like it could lead to something even better, which is interesting. And there we've got the 6 of Swords, which is moving out of troubled water. So I think this will get cleared up, and it won't end in a big notice of his death. So I'm not seeing that. But they're strategically doing this. So this was all planned. Strategically doing this because there's something they can't talk about that he is doing. Maybe something to do with that war that you were talking about in Venezuela, and or some kind of undercover thing that they're using as brand for, or got them focused on, let's say that. So it's a strategy, but we're going to, I would even say by tomorrow, this gets cleared up.
Or we'll understand what the action was and all that. Okay. So that's good news. Jack in the Box says, hey, thank you so very much, Jason and Janine, for doing this impromptu show. So appreciated. Thank you, Jack in the Box. We were planning, Janine and I, doing shows today, but I got overwhelmed by all the questions in the chat. Okay, so let's look at this next here first. I thought this was a little bit odd. I'll share the tab here. This is supposedly his appearance at the golf club earlier this morning, now putting all these rumors to rest. And I don't think it's putting rumors to rest. I'm not even sure which one this is. It looks like a golf Trump. You know how we often look at him on the golf course and it looks like a completely different guy, different haircut the last time we saw him and all that. Let me play this quick clip here. You'll see his face.
Bravo.
He doesn't look like him there. There's something off. So let's look at this here too. Is this our brand Trump or is this a replacement here coming out today just to kind of cool everybody's jets here on whether or not there's an action being taken place in the background?
So
Yeah,
we're
somebody
asking,
says, yeah, I don't think Trump is this fat. Is he? Yeah. When they bring out this guy, he's always fatter. So it's kind of weird. We've seen this person or replacement a few times already. Janine and I, and we've called it out. So I think it's again here a replacement. But let's see that. Like, is this a replacement here this weekend, just coming out to kind of confuse and distract from the fact that he's missing and perhaps in a lockdown or in operations for something else here? Yeah, everybody in the chat saying, yeah, that's a clone or a replacement.
oh, I think they purposely even put him who looks really not like Trump. And
Right.
for some reason, they're using it to their advantage that people don't know where Trump is. And
Uh-huh.
it's like they're purposely putting out, like not putting out the fires and the rumors. It's like
Mm.
they're almost stoking the fire of that at least he might be ill. Okay, so again,
So the white hats want us, you and I, Janine, to help perpetuate this rumor here of the Trump death in a way. They want that to be stoked. Isn't that
looks like
crazy?
it. Yeah, it looks like
Wow.
it.
Wow.
Somehow it'll help their whatever they're doing.
Hmm.
Okay, maybe on enemy lines, it's what they need to hear. I don't know. I don't know why that is, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's definitely a psyop. The whole Trump, like they've been leading up to it with the showing his hand,
Yeah.
looking like he's got a bruise, and like I feel like none of that's real. Like
Okay.
I feel like they're doing this on purpose because there's something else they don't want you to see them doing. So they're keeping you busy over here, but there's
Yeah.
something totally different. And he will show up again, possibly even this weekend.
Okay. That's interesting. Let me share another angle of those pictures. Somebody's saying, I wonder if they're trying to highlight that there are many Trumps. Yeah, maybe that's what you're saying here too. Like they're kind of doing it on purpose. Those lookalikes are not really looking alike, is what you're saying. That's interesting. Let me bring up this clip. Look at him on the side here. Like, who the hell is that? You see that?
Yeah.
That looks really weird and odd to me. So,
Mhm.
and again, they're saying here, oh, see, he's just emerged a few days after not being seen in public eye amid swirling rumors that his health and even speculation of his death. Okay, so in a way, the White Hats want to perpetuate this title, Trump
Yeah.
death. And by you and I doing this show, we're actually quashing that and explaining to people that that's not what's going on. So I don't know what's happening with us, but you and I have to do what we have to do. It's kind of weird. Okay. Let me see here next. So Venezuela. So let's go back to that. If it's a military action. So who said this? Let me scroll up. Joshua Reed at Red Pill TVs. Let me go back to that slide deck here. He says, here are my thoughts. We're about to strike Venezuela. Trump is laying low. A military action against Venezuela has the potential to escalate cartel and gang sleeper cells to become activated. That's why you have the National Guard everywhere. Okay. Well, that's interesting too. I mean, we have purportedly now 19 cities with 1,700 troops being deployed. This is after Trump took over the police in DC just a couple of weeks ago. So what this guy's saying is, hey, we're about to take a military action, some strikes that could wake up sleeper cells, and this is why we have National Guards busy on our streets. Makes sense as at least part of the scenario being played out. So let's break it down here, Janine. Quick draw here. Are the Americans about to strike Venezuela? Yes or no? People are asking about the EBS too. Who knows? We'll get into that in just a moment if we can. Thank you. Hunter Sabo. Okay, Janine.
Notice both those cards are saying waiting and no, it's something else. See, both of them are like no cards. So no, it's something else. How we've got, and I don't know, maybe an arrest or arrests. Like this looks more like direct action. That's like she would do something like arrest somebody. And here we've got, and or at least the visuals will look like arrests, or some kind of calling somebody to justice somehow. And we've got the 7 of Swords there, but it doesn't look like it involves Venezuela to me, looking at this, or war on Venezuela. No, it's not looking like that. And this is interesting. So they feel like there's need to keep people safe somehow, or they're taking precautions. Somehow what they're doing is going to lead to or be a precaution for safety. I don't know how that is, but that's what that's saying.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, Meg Moonbeam is in the chat. Meg was on with us Thursday night. I think they're already sold out or almost sold out of the Moldavite. And also, what was that yellow one? The yellow glass one from Egypt. What was that called? Do you remember, Janine?
Oh, I can't remember. It was gorgeous, though.
Yeah, it was part of the Starseed collection. Actually, let me go and look for that, the Scorpion Shop. Let me just share that with you guys quickly. I think it's this one. Yeah. There you go. Guys, go check it out. If you were looking at getting these crystals the other day, check them out before they're sold out. Beyond Mystic is the coupon code. You get 10% off here. I think she's almost out of these, the Shungite and also this yellow one. What's that called? Oh, Libyan Desert Glass. That's what it is. There you go. Anyways, check it out, thescorplingshop.com. And today, too, we're going to be giving away a pyramid from Carla at Ascension Organized. Right now, she has a special going on, Double Your Power sale. Spend $100 or more and get a beginner's series pyramid for free. Don't want to miss that. That's on ascensionorganized.com. And we'll be giving away this beautiful pyramid here at the end of the show. Okay, so not Venezuela, but you're saying maybe an arrest. You know what's super weird about that? Let me share this one. Where did it go? This one here. Look at that. Shadow of Ezra. Bill Clinton has now revealed his health is slipping again after he and Hillary have been seen leaving the Hamptons with a defibrillator in hand. You know that old story, the Sicilian flu, just before these Italians get arrested, like in the mob movies, they have the Sicilian flu. Are these people about to be arrested and they're preparing in the media now that as they get arrested or just before here, they're going to suffer an untimely death? Is this connected somehow to this action we're seeing this weekend, Janine? Let's pull that. As you just mentioned these arrests there, I thought, this is very timely.
Those are developing cards. So they're developing certainly the storyline. We'll see what's in the middle here.
Okay.
I feel like the world's been free to those two already. We're already out of those two aren't but we've been saying that in this community for years.
Yeah.
And there's something else going on. They're developing a story, but I feel like we're not hitting on it quite yet. So maybe it's not them going to be arrested. And this is interesting. We've got the Magician, which is very okay. I think we've got something completely different gearing up, and it's very much theater. It's like the world will see it. Maybe they'll even get a glimpse that they're watching a theater. And I'm not talking about this community. I wonder if they've got something planned that brings things more out in the open, that they've been watching a theater.
Huh. Wow, it's getting
at least politically, like the things going on politically. And I think that's always been the case with politics, but Wheel of Fortune, and she's truth and integrity and up front, and even has a great sense of humor. And then this is the theater card. I wonder if there's going to be something play out that makes it really obvious we're watching a theater.
Well,
and brings everybody, like gives them a glimpse in on it.
Yeah. a bunch of people are posting this meme earlier today too, so I don't know what's going on with that one. Let's play. So Shadow of Ezra posted something else, and it was a little bit odd and cryptic, but I want to play the video for the audience. It's this one here, and see if that ties in now to the developing scenario you just pulled in your cards. So, an American woman is warning that a massive blackout could soon hit the United States. She urges people to prepare and stock up on food, water, and backup generators. She also claims that the blackout will be used as a cover to impose martial law, turning America into a totalitarian state. Okay. Well, there's all the angles there being played out, but nonetheless, this could have something to do with 3i Atlas, could have something to do with the financial system. As you pulled in the last 2 weeks, there seems to be some turmoil coming up there, and some willingness, at least from the powers that be, to put these military troops in the streets, so to speak, here to keep the calm. So let's play this first clip, and then we'll try to pull on it.
Just in case you didn't know, they always put out what they're going to do before they do it. It's part of their sick, ritualistic occult religion. Why do the Simpsons predict everything? Well, because they use these shows as a source of predictive programming, and they put it out there so that, again, they don't have to have the guilt because they told us what they were going to do before they do it. So watch this clip real quick.
Blackout. No power and no prospects of getting it.
What is it? What is it? We'll never know! Don't worry, kids. The government will help. The government cannot help itself.
Here's exactly what I would be doing. I would have food storage.
Okay, so a lot of people in the chat are saying, who the fuck is this chick? And why is Shadow of Ezra posting it? I agree. It's kind of weird. But again, it's being played out for some reason, and it's being put out there also on The Simpsons. So does this tie in, this idea of, blackouts, 3 days of darkness, putting more troops on the road, maybe for mass arrests? What's going on here, and why is Shadow of Ezra pushing this out, Janine?
Wow, that's a big yes. Yeah,
You know what's funny, Janine? Like, you and I have to be careful sometimes because we're given these Johnny come latelys with videos, and for the most for most intent and purposes, we ignore them. But when there's a momentum or something behind them, we kind of have to look at them because they're being used as like weather balloons, stuff like that. So we can't always just ignore the Johnny come latelys either. We have to look at them, and I think this is an example of it. Now it's being put out. So this person might have done that on their own, and now it's being used by the White Hats to perpetuate, to bring it up to consciousness, right? So keep going on the cards there.
Okay, so I think some of what she's saying, they want you to pay attention to, and it won't be a go down like she's saying. So the way she's saying it is basically the bad guys are winning. Well, I think that's not the case. Not with that card in the background. And it's part of to really take off the blinders from the deluded general population, okay? And get them a little more ahead or advanced to get them ready. And really, it looks like it's preparing for something off-world, otherworldly, alien contact, something other dimensional contact. These guys coming into the world. So maybe they do need you to be prepared. So they're reminding you, maybe we need to be reminded to check that we got some extra water, check that we got, like we've been saying that for years, but I really honestly think it'll come in handy. Okay. Especially if we had even if it was a real contact, but part of it was spun as fake. I don't know what they're going to do. But I feel like something's coming to Earth that's not from the Earth, and the whole world will be affected, and maybe this is a prep time for that.
Okay, interesting you should say that. Guys, I'm going to be interviewing Dick Allgaier from the Future Forecasting Group this Sunday night, and we're going to go deep into their latest RV on 3i Atlas and what they found. I think there were 4 or 5 remote viewers who independently looked at this together. I saw their first report and some of the documents that Mr. Allgaier shared with me. We're going to be bringing that to you this weekend, but it does tie into many of the different readings that Janine has had on 3i Atlas in the last couple of weeks, as well as some of Cliff High's data as well. So weird stuff coming out there. You don't want to miss this show. We're going to try to bring it all together in one cohesive piece for you guys here on Thursday night, on Rumble, and also on YouTube. Sorry, on Sunday night. On Sunday also at 6 p.m. Don't forget, Beyond Astro, Meg is going to be on the show there at 6 p.m. And later today here, just in about 3 hours from now, Ashala is going to be back for the Psychic Tarot Weekly show. You guys don't want to miss that. Janine, anything else you want to ask about this Trump death rumor thing? Because here they're playing out the replacement of Trump when they're talking about J.D. Vance, right? So is it possible, is it in the cards that somehow as part of this play, they will remove Trump somehow, one way or another, in order to bring the power perhaps to another person? Like, is that part of the game somehow? Hey, Granny99 says, thank you both so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Debster, thank you. JC and Janine, thank you. Debster, appreciate that. Hit the like button. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. So,
See that?
Yeah.
Building. So they're building for something, but it's not right now what it appears or what you just said, because that's a secretive card. So it's something. They're building for something. And we got the devil in the middle to really expose, more exposure, and really, really blaringly expose who's their enemy. We know who the enemy is in this community, but a lot of people don't have a clue. Their own government's their enemy. Their high ups in their spiritual communities could be their enemy. Their pharmaceutical companies are their enemy. They don't know that. Okay, so I feel like this is part of the war effort. And there's secret missions going on here. Something's totally different happening than what it appears. So this feels like distraction and building. So they're building something to further expose the enemy.
But my question was, are they building to Trump being replaced either by death or other means in order to achieve that objective that you're just putting out there?
Yeah, there might be a strategy. They could see the potential. It's not a hell yes, but the Seven of Swords is strategically building in case they need to have them gone for a while. That's what it looks like. I don't think it's true, but I think they might need them gone for a while. But
remember Jason Ford's dream too, that we would think he was dead in a helicopter crash or a plane crash, but then suddenly he wasn't. But this was all part of the plan to where we thought he was dead. Something happens and then he returns. So that's the scenario you're describing, that still might very well be in the card and being strategically thought of right now for some reason.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a timing? Is that like this month? Is that October? Is that next year? Like, what does that look like if it plays out?
That's a Libra card. So the time of Libra, September 20th to October 20th, and the Ace of Cups. So I feel like they'll have played that out by then. So maybe this is the first bout where people might think he has an illness or something. And then maybe later, or maybe they're just trial ballooning how people will react if they think Trump's gone, or who knows why they're using this. But it seems like they've got a strategy and we're building towards something. I don't think it all happens this weekend, but I feel like sometime late September, early October.
Right. Okay. And that times in with the data about the emotional spikes also in October. So something weird is happening this fall in many aspects. Okay. We'll keep our eyes on all of that. Thank you, Janine. Janine, do you have a quick question also to give away this beautiful pyramid here from Carla, ascensionorganized.com?
Oh boy. I can't think of one.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you better go.
Okay, guys. What is... I wasn't thinking about this either. It's so weird. Sometimes you and I get stumped on these questions. It should be super easy.
Okay, I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
What is it that I'm rushing off to today?
Yes. Okay, very good. Where's Janine going today, guys? We said it at the beginning of the show if you were paying attention. And thank you again, everyone, for joining us here today. While we wait for that to populate, hey, Crypto Blunt says, thank you, Jason, Janine, for this special session. Well, thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Again, we just tried to squeeze it in here. We had such an onslaught of emails and questions about it. We figured, okay. And oddly enough, Trump death or Trump dead or Trump dying was pretty much the title of everything we've been sent here today, hence the title of the show. So you guys can breathe now. That's the whole point of doing these shows, and don't freak out. Okay, so where's Janine going? In the meantime, while we wait for that to populate in the live chat, Janine, we are at the end of the month here. You and I are going to be recording the Wu-Fi, I believe, tomorrow or maybe Monday here. Depends what Coco has set up for us. But in the meantime, are you going to be doing the Zodiac wheel here also on tarotbyjanine.com? When is that coming out?
Yeah, most likely tomorrow.
Most likely tomorrow. Okay, so guys, check it out. You get all the news here on a monthly basis and a community chat where you can ask Janine to pull on some news, breaking news, and all that cool stuff at tarotbyjanine.com for about the price of a cup of coffee per day there. Janine, let me go back to the live feed here. Let me know when you want me to stop the feed, and we'll pick a winner for this pyramid.
Stop.
Kim Messer Smith. There you go. Baby shower. Congratulations. That's the right answer. Kim, if you go to Beyond Mystic at the top of the page, go to the tech support section here. Let me just share that tab with you guys. If you're the first time winner to this episode, and just fill out your details, and we'll get back to you and have Carla send this out to you. So big thank you to all of you watching the show. Please share this episode with your friends here. Hopefully we can calm down some of the craziness happening right now on social media. And stay focused on this crazy world of ours. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. And see you again. Don't forget tomorrow night with Mr. Dick Algeyer for the Wacky Woo on the 3i Atlas, a special decode show. Love you guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Au revoir.
Au revoir.